Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you makeup in under 10 minutes using no foundation. I'm starting out with the eyebrows. I'm using my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil and just brushing my eyebrow hair upwards. I'm trying to make them look similar, not exact, and since I have only 10 minutes, I'm just going to be the quickest I can possibly be. Now taking the product side of my pencil, I'm going to just fill in the little gaps that I find. I'm not going to be too intense with this, but I'm going to make sure that it doesn't look like my eyebrows are sparse, even though they are. That's what makeup is for. Covering up the things you want to cover up and showing the things and accentuating the things you do. So yeah, I'm just filling it in, and now I'm going to take my eyebrow wax and just set everything in place so that the hair doesn't move around too much. I am brushing it slightly outwards. I find that this makes the eyebrow look a little bit more bushy, and that's the look I'm going for. I'm also neatening it up and making sure it stays in place. For my next step, I'm taking two concealers. One is light and the other is darker. The lighter one I'm going to use to brighten wherever I'd like to brighten my face. So I'm putting it under my eyes and across where I'm probably going to line my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and any other spots that I think need a little bit of correction. The center of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and even the tip of my nose, which I like to highlight. Once I've placed that, I'm going to take the darker concealer, which is closer to my skin tone, and just place that around my mouth and over the little spot that I got. I'm also putting it anywhere else. I think I need a little coverage on the lower half of my face. Over here, I'm just putting it below where I contour so I can get a little bit of definition. I'm squeezing out a little bit more product and then just making sure I get enough coverage for those areas. Now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and blend everything out. I'm taking the flat side and blending under my eye and making sure it melts perfectly into the skin. I find that a beauty blender really makes the product sink into your skin and look as natural as possible. I'm using the flat side to blend out all the concealer that I've placed. I'm also doing it under my eyebrows, making sure it's blended well. And using the round side, I'm just blending out the darker concealer everywhere. I'm also going to apply a little bit more concealer from my mouth to my ears to accentuate my cheeks. As you can see, it's already doing that. I'm just going to blend that out and make everything look seamless. I'm also going to put a little bit more concealer on the spot I have on my chin. I know I can't make it disappear, but I'm trying my best. After making sure I've placed enough product, I'm just going to blend around the blemish so that it blends into the skin and doesn't stand out. Next, I'm going to go in for blush. I'm using a liquid blush because we're going for more of a natural look. I'm just taking a little bit, not too much, but enough to give my cheeks a flushed look. Taking a little bit on my index fingers, spreading them and just dotting them all over my cheeks and making sure that they are well blended and give me the desired color payoff that I want. I'm also applying whatever leftover blush I have on my fingers on the bridge of my nose. I think it gives a really natural look and makes you look like your cheeks are flushed and you're glowing. For the next step, I'm going to be using my Nykaa Glaze Bronze highlighter. I'm just placing a few drops on my cheekbones and I'm going to put a little bit more on the tip of my nose and on my eyelids. I'm not doing any eyeshadow today, so this is going to be eyeshadow. Cupid's bow, I'm not putting it on the chin because of the spot, and I'm putting a little bit on my forehead and just blending it out with my fingers. I'm just going ham with my highlighter because I love highlighter and I really like my skin to look glowy. I'm spreading out the highlight on my eyelids with my ring finger because they're the most gentle, and then spreading it out onto my cheeks as well. I like to connect under my eyebrow to my cheekbones so that it looks all well blended. Just blending everything out. Now that I'm done with all the liquid products, I'm going to shift over to the powder products. I'm using my Fit Me powder to get rid of any shine that I don't want in the places that I don't want shiny. I'm taking the flat side of my beauty blender and just placing that under my eye to set the concealer in place. I also like to put it on my upper lip and a little bit in the center. I also tone down highlighter using this step, and I also feel like it looks like your skin is poreless when you do this and it's just shiny where you want it to be. Next, I'm going to go in with my Hoola Benefit Bronzer. You know, I love this step. I need to bronze my face before I leave. And I'm using the brush that comes with it to just put it right below where I highlighted. It's also a little lower than where I put blush, and I'm putting a little bit higher because I want my cheekbones to pop a little bit more. So using that brush, I'm just making sure everything is blended. It's seamlessly. I like to focus a lot on my cheeks. Once I'm happy with that, I move on to my chin. I'm trying to give myself a little bit more definition. I don't have a defined jaw, but that's where bronzer comes in. And just make sure it's subtle enough that it looks natural in the daytime. And I'm also using a little bit of leftover product to slightly contour my nose and my eyes. This is a really good hack if you don't have much time. Just quickly use your contour powder to blend. I like to make sure that my contour is really well blended. You don't want any harsh lines. So I just go over everything once more with the brush and try to make my face look as natural as possible. For the next step, I'm using my Lash Paradise mascara. It's a volumizing mascara. And since I'm not doing too much eyeshadow, the focus should be on the eyelashes. And I'm making sure that they're nicely coated so they look nice and fluffy. And my eyes look brighter and are open wider. This is really great if you want to run out of the house. You put a little bit of this mascara on, a little lipstick, and you're pretty much done. But I wanted to show you what I would normally do if I had 10 minutes. And honestly, I can't remember a time when I didn't put mascara on. This used to be my number one product. I would accentuate my eyes and literally leave the house with a little lip balm on. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline Kajal and just tightline my upper waterline. I think this is important to even make your lashes look a little thicker, but also give definition to the eye. And personally, for me, I feel a little naked without Kajal on. This looks good on its own. I think it looks cute, but I think I'm going to draw a slight wing on the outer corners of my eye just to make my eyes look a little wider. And I'm going to draw a little line just on my under eye, not on my waterline, but on my lash line. I find that if you draw it a little bit more inside, your eyes look a little bigger, but you have to slightly with your finger kind of blend it out. It shouldn't be too sharp a line. I'm drawing that inward. I like the way it's looking. It's making my eyes look bigger, and I am happy with that. I think it looks good. Now for lips, I'm lining my lips with my Chocolate Boy lip liner. It's a lovely neutral brown. I think everyone needs this lip liner in their makeup kit. It just looks so good, and it's a really great creamy base for your lipstick. Speaking of lipstick, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade Wedding Day, and I'm just going to apply that on my lips. I'm just going to put two generous coats. And as you can see, that lipstick looks so good with my blush. I always like to match my blush and my lipstick. I just think makeup just pops and it looks so good. Now that my makeup is done, I'm going to figure out what to do with my hair. For the final step, I'm just brushing my hair out. I can't decide whether to keep it open or to tie it up. It's a little frizzy, so I'm thinking of tying it up. I'm taking a pink rubber band and I'm just tying it up. I think it looks nice like this. For the final touch, I put rose gold earrings on, and that's the final look. Bye! Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.